Now it's called the Star Destroyer, not
So
the Star Destroyer, a Star
no,
Destroyer.
it's called Star Killer.
Huh?
Hello everybody, we are the Geeks and the Giants. I am Enzo, this is my forever co-host Jum. Today, since this year we already did the prequels, since it's Revenge of the Sith's 20th anniversary, we'll be doing the sequels now because it is the 10th anniversary since they started. They started 2015 when they first came out. Hopes were high, we had dreams, and now we're here in 2025 where we know a bit better. We literally have 2020
Hey,
hindsight.
look. Andor won the Emmys, so I'm just happy.
Yeah. Oh,
That's all I
I'm
gotta
saying
say.
here.
So yes, we had that little landslide over there, but we got back up. Andor's fucking amazing. I
Yeah.
suggest everybody to watch it.
For this week, we're really going to dive into this. So, 2015, were you excited for this?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
I legit was because I was like, hey, it's 2015, it's the future. Like, like we're supposed to be getting good shit. Like Marvel was at its like peak,
Yeah.
so we're like, yeah, you would expect people who is in charge of Marvel is now in charge of Star Wars. You
Yeah.
expect them to do well, and like, hey, you got material from Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Use the guy who directed that to direct this, you know. And they got
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams,
Yeah.
and I love the Star Trek movies, so I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's all aligning. Like, this sounds like a great recipe.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know if you remember this, but the trailer came out like a year before it came out, or like a teaser, and like we were like, oh shit, it's so cool watching the Falcon like fly like that.
Yeah.
And like when Kylo Ren came on, we were like, who the fuck are you? And like throughout the entire trilogy, or like the trailers for this movie, it's like Kylo looks so fucking cool with his like crossguard saber. I was like, all right. And the old cast was coming back, which was almost unheard of back in the day, of like old cast coming back to reprise their roles. And I'm sure millions of people remember people crying online because of that one scene of Han being like, we're home, and we were like, holy shit, it's actually happening.
Yep.
I remember opening day, I watched this opening weekend, and I just saw a shit ton of people from each generation, past, present, and now watching this. And I was like, oh yeah, it's like what my parents described watching The Phantom Menace or watching the original trilogy, where people would bring their families along to watch this, one of the biggest franchises ever, and it's a new start.
Yeah.
And I still respect the fact that they cast unknowns, or like relatively unknowns, like Daisy Ridley and John Boyega were the like most unknowns, and then like surrounding them with like people who had careers in Hollywood, like Oscar Isaac and Adam Driver, and Andy Serkis in like mysterious roles. Yeah, I will admit now, it is A New Hope, but like with a new coat of paint on it. But like I still like it. Like I still have fun memories watching this, and like I bought the DVD, and it was my most favorite movie from like 2015 to 2016.
I agree. Yeah, as much as I hate it, not this movie, but I hate the trilogy.
Yeah.
This is the only good movie, in my opinion. It's a better written and better paced movie than Attack of the Clones.
Yes.
And sorry, I have to a little bit of a hot take. Phantom Menace.
Yeah, definitely a better start than Phantom Menace. Like they already learned from their mistakes of the past, and like it's hard to not be like, this is fucking A New Hope, when like Poe's like, you have to give these plans to whoever finds you, and I'm like, I've seen this movie before. It's from the 70s.
But come on, you saw Kylo Ren stop a bolt,
Right?
and you're just like,
Huh? You can do that?
can do that?
Exactly.
Like, he did it in such a cool way too, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it wasn't coming from a small like handgun. It was coming from a sniper rifle that he's like,
Yeah.
nope. And he sounds so cool too when he's just methodical of like, where's the map to Skywalker? And I'm like, who's underneath there? I can't wait to see.
Yeah. Another Skywalker, sadly.
Apparently. Anyway, but yeah, I do like the introduction of Rey, even though again this is like, oh, it's Luke all over again.
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley is just very charming in the role of Rey, and like I rewatching this movie for this video, I was like, yeah, she's very charming. She has a bit of like attitude when the guy was like giving her crap. And he's like, "Oh, it's this much portion." She's just like, "You said it was this yesterday. What's going on?" And Simon Pegg just like, "Oh, I'll give you a lot more portions for that droid." And she's like, "No, no, thank you." And then he sends goons after her, and she beats them up. I'm like, I like this girl. Oh, all right.
Yeah, like I didn't mind her character as well, but I do have to say that there was a waste of potential here.
Yeah.
I would, because we get introduced to another character, Finn,
Yeah.
and he has the most intriguing and most interesting backstory.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, or like the most interesting introduction, in my opinion, which is he is a stormtrooper.
Yeah. Right from the start when he has a
Yeah.
conscience, and I'm like, that's new.
Yeah.
Let's go with this. All right.
Yeah, and then like he runs away with Poe, and they split ways and they find each other, and then they create a team, which is like again Han, Leia, and Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it. Can't be understated. I think this is also one of the funniest Star Wars movies. Like, intentionally funny Star Wars movies. Like when they're running away from the TIE fighters and Finn gets blown up and he's knocked unconscious, and then Rey's like, "Hey, are you okay?" He wakes up and he's like, "Are you okay?" And Rey's like, "I'm not unconscious, am I?" Anyway, let's keep running.
yeah,
I still love the scene when she's like, "All right, we have to take a ship," and he's like, "How about that ship?" Okay, gets blown up. Actually, we'll take the one I said it was garbage. Yeah.
yeah, that was garbage, and it's the Millennium Falcon. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
And then you see this thing just like go through narrow corridors and go through like a Star Destroyer. I was like,
Yeah. Same
this
reaction
is a
with
sick movie.
Kylo Ren freezing the ball. I was like, it can do that? Since when? It's fucking sick seeing like modern technology handle like the old treasures of the past. I'm like, alright, let's fucking go. We also find out that Kylo Ren kind of has a temper. When he's like, "Oh, we lost the droid," he starts breaking shit. And I'm like, alright. And then you see a glance of fucking Snoke, and you're like, since when were Sith Lords God of War boss size? And then he just disappears as a hologram. I'm like, oh, thank God. I thought it was the final boss. I was about to be like, how do we beat that?
And it's like, that's one good hologram.
Yeah, exactly. And then we get the iconic scene of Han, like the Falcon gets trapped by some ship, and you don't know it's Han and Chewie. And then we get to see like old Han and Chewie be like, "All right, we're back home. We're back in the Millennium Falcon." It is preceded by a scene that I always skip because I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Anyway, it's the roly-poly aliens, and I'm like, I don't like the scene.
I don't like it either in multiple. Like, was it called Ganji Club or something like that?
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, break it up with Ganji Club. I was like, you looking for Jack Sparrow too, sir?
It's like whenever you say like dollar store Harry Potter, but all right, no offense to the actor, you know, no offense to the
actor. The raid guys. I skip it because they waste the raid guys, especially now that I've seen the raid. I was like, why, JJ? Why?
They got the main character. They got Mad Dog to stand in as these like throwaway characters, and it's such a disappointing thing because like these are actual martial artists who could contribute,
and they're not the Knights of Ren.
Right? Like they could take it off, and they could be like an alien version of themselves. And I'm like, that makes sense. But no, they wasted it. They die within that scene, and like, oh well, no well.
Yeah. You also find out that Han has a boy, and his boy is fucking Kylo Ren. Like they follow the not fan made, but like there were sequel books before Episode 7 where Han had a son who became a Sith Lord. But those books are non-canon now, obviously.
Yeah, because okay.
Yeah, the only canon part is like Tron and some elements of Tron, and that's about it. But yeah, I like rewatching this movie is a fucking trip because like when they land in Maz Kanata's place and Rey's like, I never seen such green. Han has a look of like, oh, I know what's happened to you, and I'm like, knowing now, I'm like, oh, he knows that she's the daughter of or the granddaughter of Palpatine, but I was like, or he has a look that says something.
I don't fucking know. Maybe he was like, really, you haven't seen anything like that because she was stuck in a fucking desert planet.
True. Maybe it was just 2015 me being like, what does that mean? What does that look?
Yeah. But yeah, bit by bit, we're like getting more and more like in-depth look of like, hey, is Rey force sensitive?
Yeah, because for a while I was like, I thought Finn was force sensitive, but there's no signs of him using the force.
We'll
Oh,
get there when we get there.
yeah,
I have a long rant.
yeah, we'll get there soon. But she has a cool vision when her and Finn split ways, and she touches Luke's lightsaber. She like hears Yoda, hears Obi-Wan. She sees what Kylo did to the academy Luke had, and Luke disappearing. And also going back to Han for a bit, I do like the character development where before he was like basically an atheist. It's like the Force doesn't exist. There's no
Yeah.
magic here. And then after everything that's happened to him, he's like, yeah, I don't know everything, and the Force is real. So whatever she says or Mas Kanata says, she ain't bullshitting. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And we get like, there's always a Death Star. There's always the MacGuffin that like the big baddie has to use.
But it's bigger
But
now.
here now it's called the Star Destroyer, not
So
the Star Destroyer, a Star Destroyer.
no, it's called Star Killer. Um,
Huh?
So-
Star Killer. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
and I was like, you mean like Star Killer, like Vader's apprentice in the games?
Yeah, I was waiting for that. I was like, oh, the Star Killer program. We're like,
Right, right.
like, say that again? Yeah, it's a planet with a big ray on it. Oh,
Oh, I was like, oh,
all right.
okay.
I thought it was more. It was like, oh, I thought it was more dangerous.
Yeah, and, like I thought he was more powerful than Vader itself, not some bigger like Death Star 5.0.
Yeah.
I still like the scene when Kylo is like literally worshiping at Vader's helmet. I was like, that's fucking cool. It's still fucking cool. And yeah, Hux's speech, like I've seen this speech in different languages, and I'm like, yeah, it's still fucking funny,
Germany hits hard.
right?
German version clearly hits hard.
But I do agree with people that the actor, like, no offense to Domhnall Gleeson, but like, he doesn't look like an aged military guy. He looks like some guy who just some fucking nepo baby that was promoted to this position.
No, I liked him. I liked him as Hux. Huxley was a pretty good character. I just didn't like how it.
Pretty good character
concluded.
in this movie. Like the rest of
Yeah.
his arc was shit.
Yeah, there. Yeah, once he got to those parts, he became like a snotty, nose-bratted nepo baby.
Yeah.
But here, I was like, yeah, I could believe that he is like part of the Republic.
Um,
You know?
Yeah. I love the fact that he's not. They don't like copy Vader and Tarkin, where here Hux and Kylo Ren are just like at each other's throats, and Snoke has to be like, can we not fight? We're already under scrutiny. Like, can we not do this right now, boys? JJ is like the Death Star can blow up one planet. Let's blow up 5 planets because it's bigger.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Rey gets captured by Kylo Ren because he's like, the droid is not important. She is, because she's way more powerful. And then there's this battle with Finn where Finn's like, I don't know what to do with the lightsaber, and then Maz just tells him to turn it on, and he shanks a guy with the lightsaber. I'm
Yeah.
like, holy
That's
fuck.
where. Not gonna lie, that's where I was like, is he the one who's force sensitive, or is this like a Luke and Leia situation where she's also force sensitive, but you don't find out after the fucking use,
Right?
like kind of deal. Yeah, same here. By the way, a little problem with I love it that Neil deGrasse Tyson came in, where he was like, so there's this huge thing in space where it absorbs the sun and uses that energy to blow up 5 planets. I was like, yeah, that's very destructive. But just saying, taking out a solar system sun is catastrophic enough. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't need to do much.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's like Star Wars science. Like, it's never been scientifically accurate anyway.
True.
I-
Anyway, yeah. So going back to like, yeah. By the way, did we get a really cool like X-wing scene?
Yeah, that's
And
fucking
seeing Poe
sick.
Dameron's like, yeah, that shit was really nice to see.
Yeah.
Especially like if like worm's eye view kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like you're looking up and you're seeing how it fucking fights from the ground. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's actually really cool.
That scene in general is so cool when the resistance comes in and like saves the day, and like the music, John Williams music is just like booming. I'm like, oh, this is fucking sick. It's so fucking sick.
Yeah.
And then Rey gets taken away, and we get one of the first of many Rays from Finn. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's his thing in this trilogy. Just Rey. and when she gets taken away. It is always bittersweet seeing Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia because I'm like, you're gonna be missed as Princess Leia, and then they come up with a plan, and then Finn's like, oh, I've worked in Star Killer, yeah, I have, yeah, I can get us there, and then they hyperspace their way into that, and then Han asks him while they're in the base, he's like, what was your job here? And he's like, oh, it was sanitation. He's like, then how do you know how to turn the shields off? I don't. I'm here to rescue Rey. He's just like, what? What the fuck?
How are we gonna do this? We use the Force.
That's not how the Force works. I love that line so much. It like, if Han's just like, I am fucking done with you, man. He said he could save us, and we can't do shit. And then Chewie's just like, oh, I'm cold. He's like, you have fucking first. Stop your bitching. And I'm like, damn.
I think it's our first time seeing the capabilities of like Chewie's like
Crossbow.
blaster bolt.
Yeah.
His crossbow. We forget that it's like a grenade launcher on a repeater.
Yeah.
You know, it just decks a dude in the chest and he's just gonna launch like 50 feet in the air.
He also has like a sniper configuration for later on. I'm just like, what is your crossbow anyway, Chewie?
I don't understand it either.
Yeah. I do like the scene when Rey pushes back when Kylo's doing the Force mind read thing. And then he's freaked out. He's like, I'll be right back. And then she mind tricks James Bond trooper. And then she escapes. I didn't get the worst scene, and it's one of the worst scenes when they just waste Captain Phasma. And I was like, are you fucking serious? All that hype for nothing? Like,
right? We were like, this is the next Boba Fett, but not gonna lie, very appropriate.
Yeah, I was about to say, literally Boba Fett in every sense of the world. Like, I remember how much they promoted her, or the promos showed her off in the trailers and merchandise, and they were like, oh, this is gonna be like a Deathstroke trooper, and then she gets tossed away like nothing. I'm like, oh, we're literally following the original trilogy. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just like, it is a waste for her character, and I'm just like, come on.
Yeah.
And you even had the lady from
Game of Thrones
to play her, and I was like, she's amazing. She's an amazing actress.
Yeah.
You wasted this character. What else happened?
We get the bridge scene between Kylo and Han. I remember back in the day, I was like, there's no fucking way they're gonna kill Han before him, Luke, and Leia are reunited. There's no there's like no fucking, oh my fucking god. Though there's an interesting theory where Han literally just commits seppuku because he's like, you don't have the strength to do this, and if you don't do it, Snoke's gonna kill you. So as a dad, I'm gonna.
So he's the one who like ignited it.
Yeah. It's a theory, but it's not official. But I'm like, you know what? That fits Han. Like, it's a worthy end if that was the way it went or the plans went.
Yeah, but knowing Disney, I feel like they would have shown him like pressing the button. Yeah, like they would have been like, oh, he's a heroic father.
Yeah. So
not somebody who is like torn between the good and the bad.
Yeah.
You know, I think that theory is bullshit, but like, yeah, anyway.
I still remember the theater's reaction because everybody was like, they're not going to kill Han, right? And then he drives that saber. I was like, everybody in theater just like screamed, like unanimously, like a gasp of like, oh my god, they just killed Han. I don't know what happened in your theater, if that was the same reaction.
Yeah, same situation, and like, you see just Chewie just Rambo it, and, like, started taking out fools. I was like, yep, there it goes. He's gonna rip your arm off.
Exactly. I didn't get the fight between Finn and Rey. Finn's fight with Kylo is fucking brutal. Like,
yeah,
like it feels like dirty. It feels like soldier versus like a Sith Lord. And I'm like, let's see what Finn can do. Can't do much, unfortunately, because he gets decked in the spine. I'm like, well, shit.
I'm so sorry. This is a very lackluster lightsaber fight. Like, I love how Kylo Ren fights, but in my opinion, and it doesn't matter if the Force is there or not, because Order 66 happened. Like, Rey should have not won that fight.
But the Force guides her. The Force guides everyone. I feel like
the Force should have guided those kids to a better place, but nah.
I feel like the Force is like, you know what? We need more people on our side. I'm tired of sitting around. Like, this is just me bullshitting.
Oh, finally they got the Force finally got him back.
Yeah. I will say I hate this trilogy for nerfing lightsabers. Because I think it was Rey that slices Kylo's shoulder. I was like, oh shit,
Hmm.
he's literally disarmed. And she goes for the head. I was like, holy fuck, we just killed the main villain. Oh wait, he just has a scar. So it's one dual lightsabers just leave you with a scar. It's usually like instant kill or instant mutilation from a lightsaber.
Yeah.
But here you're just like, this is a weird thing. Huh.
Yeah. I would have loved to have seen Kylo with a robotic arm, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Same here.
Yes. Yeah, and we get like okay, he was injured at the start because Chewie shot him in the chest, but like
Yeah.
like, still.
He was
Still.
like at 20% health. He was doing this shit to get his rage going.
He's like, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to fuck with that.
Exactly.
Like, the guy, he's like he got like a grenade launcher to the stomach, and he's just like
I need to
pressing
feel
on that
something.
wound. I'm like, nah, this guy's nuts.
Right? Exactly. If Finn wasn't Finn, if he was anyone else, I'd be like, can we fucking run, Ray? I don't want to take my chances. I with this guy.
Dude, at one point, if like I ran, I'll be like running in place because he just had.
He's
I'm like,
like,
oh yeah.
help.
Yeah, but yeah. So Ray won that fight for some miracle, and Starkiller base just fucking blows
Blows
up.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, and like yeah, Finn is in like the back attack, and like Ray goes fighting her master,
Yeah.
which is Luke.
Yeah, and you were like, what's Mark Hamill's first words in this new trilogy? Nothing. And you're like,
Nothing.
oh,
Nothing at all.
okay.
Yeah, and not gonna lie, I got a little excited because I was like, hey, Luke's old,
Yeah.
and they continued with the fact that Han Solo had a kid. And I was like, oh, are we gonna get Mara Jade?
Yeah, exactly.
Luke Skywalker never happened.
Yeah.
But
Is
it's fine.
Luke gonna be cool at least? Like, are we gonna see him fight like we always dreamed of? The answer is yes, but we will have to wait like literally a decade after this whole trilogy, you know, in The Mandalorian, where we were like, when he rescues Mando and Grogu, we were like, that's how he should fucking fight. For this trilogy, like, the gap between this and The Last Jedi, and everybody being like, what's Luke going to be like? Is he going to be like Star Killer, where he literally stops Imperial Star Destroyers mid-air? What's he going to do? What's his lightsaber skills going to be like? What's the
The
Force?
second movie should have been like that, but
Yeah.
like, no, it wasn't.
I don't know. It's like, I don't think it's asking much to see like a powerful Jedi do powerful shit. Like the most powerful Jedi we've seen in the franchise is Yoda, and he just lifts fucking X-wings, and you're just like, that's not too heavy for a little guy. I'm sure he can lift more, in the lore. But yeah, it was like a sweet spot between here and The Last Jedi, especially since Rogue One came out, and we didn't know how better age Rogue One would be, because like we got this and then Rogue One, and we were like, all right, let's see what's the next one. I'm gonna save my opinions for the next one when we do that.
Yeah.
But like, I remember that like honeymoon phase of like, Disney's gonna do right by Star Wars. We're in good hands. Again, we got 2020 hindsight. By the way, if you're watching this video and you like this sequel trilogy, you grew up with it, more power to you. I'm not saying you shouldn't like it. You get to like what you like and dislike what you dislike. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But for this movie, for The Force Awakens, what would you rate it?
I would rate it like a 7 out of 10. It was a pretty good movie. Like, it was a pretty good start to this new age of Star Wars, and this new decade, and this new era. But sadly, a lot of hit and miss. I really wish. Sorry, the stars aligned a little too well for Finn to be the main character here, but it wasn't. I don't want to see a female lead.
Yeah.
I really want to. I was very excited for Ahsoka, and I wish she would be here. She would have been there.
Right.
Like, come on, a next stormtrooper, a defected stormtrooper, finally goes back, but he is actually a Jedi. He's like very force sensitive. He does become force sensitive at the last movie, but it's kind of lackluster.
Yeah,
and
a little too late.
And kind of a yeah, it's a little too late. You know.
You're just like, no,
It's like-
it's too late to repair this damage. Stop it.
You know, yeah, it was like a class project, like a month overdue.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, great job, I guess. and it's still kind of mediocre.
Yeah. Oh god.
That is wasted potential, and like, yeah. But Daisy Ridley did a good job playing as Rey.
Yeah.
I like Kylo Ren here, and I like a lot of characters. Poe Dameron, again Finn.
Yeah.
But yeah, like wasted Phasma, wasted the Dark Lord, or like the Sith Lord
Yeah.
later on in the movies. And like again, the fight, nah, I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There are so many moments in Star Wars where it's just like these people were like in equal skill sets.
Yeah.
Like there was no like child Padawan going up against a bigger, badder person and winning. You know? Okay, some through luck.
I mean, Anakin blew up the Trade Federation thing. Then the Menace, and he's like, like shorter than Rey.
Yeah, but he had a Naboo starfighter.
Yeah,
Like it's like saying like, oh, this kid who's actually a really good pilot at a young age is flying an F-16, and like going up against older generations.
Yeah, he had situational luck. He's like, thank God he had the best ship.
It's like, hey, oh, I'm going to fight a UFC fighter as me, and just being like, I think I got this, you know.
To be fair, like the beginning, she was like swaying, like, you're like, yeah, you definitely can't fight her. You're out of your depth, and it was just because of the Force. I agree that the Force
I know
guiding her
bullshit.
it is bullshit. Like, I wish there was a better explanation, but like, that's all we got. It's like the only.
Yeah, I just wish, like, look, it's fine to lose.
Yeah.
If they got like, oh, it was Finn gets a new spine and like Daisy Ridley gets a black eye. That could have been the ending. Like, oh, that's what we're fighting against in the next movie.
Yeah.
That would have been great. But nah, they're like, yeah, Rey can do it.
Yeah.
I was like, nah.
Yeah, like, why couldn't just the Sith Lord kick her ass and we're like, you know what? We should retreat, fight another day because we're outmatched, outclassed.
Exactly. Yeah, you blew up the Star Killer base.
Yeah.
That was the goal. You can leave.
Exactly. It's like, I can go home. I will rate this. Yeah, I agree. 7 out of 10. The actors are great. Like, it can't be understated that this is Daisy really does an amazing job because this is literally her first movie ever. Like, this is her first franchise ever. And like, no matter what happens with her character, she's still an amazing actress. Like, to carry, like, someone should check on her back because you're like, oh, it's like being fresh, graduate out of college, and you get the most important job in the world, and you're like, I can do it. You're handling security for the government.
That's exactly what happened to Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, you're handling the nation's security, cybersecurity, and you're just like, I just graduated from college. How do I do that? And yeah, her, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, Adam Driver. The new cast is amazing, and again, throughout the entire trilogy, they never falter in terms of performance. And like the old cast, you know what? How wasted they become as characters. Like, they still are. There's still some magic when they are on screen. And like, the effects are great. The use of practical effects is great, and like, it really feels like Disney hired a whole committee to be like, please let the stars align. We can't fuck up on this one. Like, even Lin-Manuel Miranda does the music when they enter that the bar with Maz Kanata. Like, that's him just doing the weird alien sounds. That literally feels like Disney hired their whole committee.
Wait, Lin-Manuel Miranda was in this movie?
Yeah, he's the weird alien singing along with J.J. Abrams.
I did not know.
yeah, dude. Like, there's clips of him doing it, like, I think it was Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel. If our editor can find it, that'd be amazing. But, yeah. So, then, good start to something. Again, I'll say my opinions on the last two when we get there. But yeah, anything to add before we move on?
No, I've ranted enough.
Yeah. I'm saving my most of my complaints for the second one and last one anyway. But yeah, if you want to see more of us here, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok to see our best and funniest moments, Spotify to hear us on the go. And the video Zoda's voices on TikTok and Waffle Letterboxd. Where can you find you?
Well, you can find me at JohnJoM_ on Instagram. It is Marticon.
And until the next one, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.